Highland Scots living in homes just like this, Culloden was really only the beginning of their pain. After the battle, Cumberland's army went on a rampage, hunting down Jacobite fugitives and sympathisers. Many were summarily executed, homes and villages were burnt, cattle and other livestock were driven down to the lowlands and sold off to the highest bidder. It's a really repressive time. About 3,500 Jacobites would be rounded up, taken prisoner and shipped down to London to await trial. The vast majority of them would either be executed, imprisoned or transported across the Atlantic to the New World to live their lives out as indentured servants on plantations. After which many would serve their sentences, settled down there, and that's why so many Americans and Canadians today can trace their ancestry back to this event in history. Back in the Highlands we have a period of real repression. This was the fourth Jacobite rising to erupt out of this part of the country, and the government were determined to make sure it never happened again. A whole host of repressive laws were brought in, which limited Highland cultural expression, which became associated with Jacobite sympathies. Things such as congregating in large groups, speaking Gaelic at the wrong time, even wearing Highland dress or carrying arms became a big no-no. This took a very long time for Highland culture to bounce back. Charles did escape the battlefield. Allegedly, he was escorted from the field while one of his advisors cried out after him, "Run, you cowardly Italian." Run he did. He would go on to spend 5 months on the run in the Scottish Highlands with a £30,000 bounty on his head. That's about £8 million in today's money. He was sleeping in moors in the homes of brave sympathisers. Eventually he would escape back to mainland Europe, famously with the aid of a Flora MacDonald. But when he returned back to Europe, he was a bitter, broken and resentful alcoholic. He would die a very sad and lonely death. The Duke of Cumberland became known as the Butcher for his role in the repression after the Battle of Culloden. And the Battle of Culloden itself was his first, last and only victory. He would go on to resume his military career, but it was an utter catastrophe. He fell out of favour with his father, retired in semi-disgrace and died shortly thereafter with no children, aged 44 years old. Not many happy endings on this tour, I am afraid.